Adaptation clearly is a big theme in your journey, Tobias. Being able to adapt to different cultures, different situations, both life of the business as well as how do we make this thrive in this particular context, whether it's China or the US or any other country you've been in. So as you think about some of the big leadership lessons you've had in your career, given you've been in so many different environments and you've had to adapt, what have been some of your learnings? What have been some of the big ones that you've learned about either about yourself or you've learned just about leadership?
That's a very good and deep question, the right question, of course, for this podcast. When I think about my leadership skills, I always think about what I'm not good at. So it's and I think that may also be one of the leadership traits that I have. I don't think I'm a great leader, or I wouldn't say, here's the 5 things, and if you do those right, then you're a great leader. It's more that I think I'm very critical with what I'm doing, and I'm reflecting a lot on why did something happen and how can I do this differently, i.e. better going forward. So I think, and that's not an answer to your question, but that's just my mindset. And when it comes to innovation, that's also where my head's usually at, that I think, well, what was good in the past may not be good in the future. And that's also, having lived in different countries, I realized that many people on this planet do things differently, but they're still successful. So that's for me, but a leadership trait. Now, when I have to say, what are the 3 main leadership things that I learned over the years? I do think focusing on the moment is important. I think from a leadership perspective, being able to focus on the conversation that you're having, on the presentation that you're doing, on the topic that you're working on is key. So when I talk to my employees, I show them appreciation because I'm listening. I'm not writing emails left and right or picking up other calls. So, and it's attention, and it's also compartmentalizing. So it helps me also stay sane because I can focus on different things. So that's one. I think the other topic is inspiring and motivating. I think that's for me another topic, which for me as a leader, what is important. So making people feel heard is one, then inspiring and motivating is probably the second. And trying to share experiences with my team, making sure that they understand why I made certain decisions or how I would react in their way, not prescribing, but rather challenging them and holding them accountable. I think that's a second trait or a second strength in leadership. And hey, with my background, I provoke change. I do enjoy going into situations and changing them to a better state.